Hi friends, this is Chris with Josephine's Design. I'm back here with a wonderful haul. I'm going to go ahead, I've set it here, I'm going to move it to the side and I'll show you bit by bit. So bear with me just one moment. Ugh. I've got everything kind of stacked up. And in one of the videos, I'm reshooting this video today, I had a whole little bowl of cut up mixed peppers, and sure enough, they all took a tumble. It was awful. It was just awful. So I'm going to be careful how I do this. All right. So first I wanted to tell you guys, thank you guys for being here. Welcome to all of our new friends. We're so glad you're here. And I also wanted to share with you guys, I've received a couple of emails or a few messages in regards to Tuesday morning. I did get the email from the company. I do know that they have declared Chapter 11 and they're restructuring. I don't know how that affects our local Tuesday morning because I haven't been able to go since February. And I'm trying to think if I even went early March. I can't remember. I just happen to have a lot of videos in the vault. I honestly probably would do fine if I never went again, but you and I both know, no, that's not going to happen. So anyways, I love Tuesday morning. I love them for things like tape runner, tear and tapers, score tape. I love them for various supplies, things that you wouldn't think you need. I love them for ephemera. They are fantastic. They're paper pads, everything. They even carry Authentique. So as I was home, and you guys know that we were sick, and we've been quarantined since March 10th, roughly the 12th for sure. And I think my husband came home March 13th. We have had limited ability to get out. My husband can get out with masks, and for a while he was wearing gloves, and he can go into stores and things like that. I can't. My autoimmune is not great, and so I've had I was sick, and then I relapsed, and then I had a bout with shingles, and I had a relapse of that. And I realized that in the middle of everything that I'm trying to keep up and get everything done, that I don't want to miss anything, I'm not taking enough time to rest in between. So I did take that week off, and I thank you guys for that. I have an appointment, an online appointment with my doctor, my autoimmune specialist, on Tuesday. So if you say a prayer, I appreciate it. We are really praying we are on the list to have the test that validates whether you have it or not. And I don't know that we officially had it, and so therefore we don't know, how safe it is to go out. If we didn't have it, that was one horrific flu. I mean, and I've had horrible flu where they've almost put me in the hospital, and this was much worse. But I will say this. I am thankful. I am thankful for everything we've been through. I have learned so much through this. I am sad beyond all belief, those that have had such a terrible time, and those that have lost loved ones, and those that maybe they survived, but they've come out of this with extenuating issues. I just pray for healing. That's all I can say. And I am so thankful for all the people on the front line. My sister was one. She's now not. She does work in a hospital. She's changed hospitals, and she does have the potential to have COVID patients. And there are COVID patients in the hospital, but her boys have come home now, and they're living as best they can together. And so because she immediately shipped her boys out, and I was just trying to really help them. She was on the front lines in Houston. She has seen the worst of it, no doubt. Walked into work and they were wheeling somebody out. They had died. And so she has seen a lot of that. She's also been a part of a treatment because I asked her, I said, well, did you hear about the gentleman who's a Broadway actor, and he had to have his leg amputated? And she said, well, most likely he had XYZ treatment. And that's a treatment it's a last-ditch treatment. It is the last thing you can offer to any kind of patient in this situation. And so she said what happens is the extremities, it's all concentrated on the core of the body to try to get them well. And so they can lose their extremities if they're not careful. And I said, oh my goodness. And she goes, he probably was on it for quite a while. So it just is very sad, and I hope that you guys are remembering those people in prayer. But companies, and I'm not saying but, and companies have been affected. I am choosing to purchase, at least right now, small business. I do get some groceries from Walmart because that's what it takes sometimes. I need other things than just groceries, and then I buy my groceries from here in town. I really try to be careful. It has been a difficult journey. There were people that were there to help us. Our grocery store did a fairly good job, but it was difficult at times, I'm not going to lie. And, yeah, I mean, that's just what it was. I have tried also to support Etsy shops like By the Well for God, Move the Mountains, etc. And I've got to go over and check on Move the Mountains. We just got paid. So I'm trying to make sure that I spread it out a little bit. Now, how does that affect my Tuesday morning? Because you guys are always, everybody comes to see Tuesdays on Tuesday morning, or Tuesday morning on Tuesdays. That's what it is. This week is my first week. I think last week was the first week. No more videos in the vault. I have no backup videos on Tuesday morning hauls. So, this is what I'm putting up. And I'm excited to share with you a new company. When I am released to go out into the stores, the very first store I'm going to, Tuesday morning. I'm going to see if they are still open. If they are, praise God. I'm going to get my score tape, my ephemera, all of that back there again. So, but in the meantime, By the Well for God has done a great job supplying me, and I cannot thank them enough. And I will still keep looking to make sure that I will spend my dollars there as well. So, okay, let's get into this haul. And again, this is from Country Craft Creations, and I will list their shop below. She has a YouTube channel, and that's how I found them. And she does darling paper projects. So, all right, so let's go through this. So I'm going to save this for a minute. All right, so you all know we have a new granddaughter who yesterday, she is now ticklish. So we got to giggle and laugh with her yesterday. But this is gorgeous. This is, oh, so vintage and beautiful and baby girl. This is a 6x6. I wish I had the larger. I will be on the outlook for it. But things like this I might or I might not use. I mean, I may use it for another one of our grandchildren when they're coming. Who knows? I mean, you know. This is really kind of a personal thing because they record the baby names and the personal notes and all that kind of good stuff. So, and then I love the patchwork. I've made many baby quilts. I love the lullaby song sheets. I love the florals, as always. Anything vintagey, and the yellow and the plaid and the pink hearts and the baby right here. So sweet. It says, welcome baby. And then it's got this gorgeous, so I'm going to go back through this way because now it's turned the other way. So this is Floral and Butterfly, if you can't tell. Here's those hearts I was speaking about. Here's that yellow paper. Here's that beautiful music paper. Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. I thought it also had lullabies, but anyways. And then here's the other side of that journaling page. Woo! Oh, it was, that's good. It was on the other part. Huh. Okay. And then here's another pink plaid. And then, oh, look at this. I don't think I showed you this. Look at the little girl and the babies. So sweet. And then here is just a beautiful yellow, kind of a, not a toile, fleur-de-lis. And then we repeat. So I'm not going to keep repeating, but I did want to share all of that with you. And I'm going to check why that's sticking. So there must be glue there. I'm going to unstick all that. Because I don't want anything ruined. It didn't get ruined, though. Okay, so next is their calendar. This is the calendar collection. So I'm just going to show you. So here is January, and then February, March, April, May. I love the mama and the birds and the mama. June, July, August, and these are perfect for a planner size. September, back to school, October, November, and December. Now look, another whole new set. So this is darling. You could use this in a journal. You could use this on a calendar. You can use this however you want. So January, February, aren't these cute? March, April, I love the lamb. May, June, and the colors all match. July, and so do the themes. August, September, October, oops, hold on, I've got 2, November, and then December. Absolutely charming. Absolutely fun. And again, this is the calendar collection. I love that. Now, oh, here's another fun one. This is called Hooray. And it's a 6x6 as well. So this one is so vintagey. I love this. This reminds me of the little books, and this darling. I love all that. It's so cute. And I love the paper. It reminds me of when I was a little girl, and I was of the era. My mom was a teacher, so she had all the old Dick and Jane books. And these are candles, if you can't see. I'm not showing you the upper part because it'll flip here in a minute, and I'll show you that. And here's all the balloons and the checks. But anyway, so she had all those readers for us when we learned to read. So birthday cake, celebration, horns, all that. Just basic kind of, C is for cake, collage. I love all that. And then fun bubbles. Some pretty, what is that? Swiss dotted? Yeah. Okay, music and children and absolutely beautiful. More kind of like a circus celebration. A red and white stripe. And then you've got these beautiful banners and stripes. And then, isn't this cute? Wouldn't that be cute for, like, I don't know, recording, first date, or I don't know, if you wanted to journal about it. I just thought it was so cute. You've got the handwriting paper, and then this cute couple. And then more of those darling cut-aparts. Whoops, sorry. And then there's the vintagey ones, and then it just repeats. So, absolutely charming. You get 16 designer patterns, 24 pieces, and they're front and back. Absolutely charming. Okay, now, this is really one of my favorite size paper pads. It's an 8x8. I have a lot of 12x12, but I really like 8x8. They're just perfect size for my hands, for my arthritis, the whole thing, but they're hard to find. But when I saw this, you knew I got it. So this one is Scholastic. Being a retired teacher, I love this. So I love all of this. And all of our children, except for our youngest, are teaching in some way or another. So our daughter and son-in-law, they are in a PhD program where they teach as well as work in the lab. Our son teaches at a very amazing school. It's a high school. It's in the top 100 in the nation. It's where it's ranked, and it's a special school where they prepare children. It's almost like a public prep school is what it seems like. And so all the kids there are college bound. And so it's a really interesting program. Everybody there has their doctorate. He has his master's. He was hired before he had finished his master's. But his extra talents and blessings in chess and things like that, those are things that are very... He was amazing kiddo. He was in the top 100 in the nation at 18 years old for chess. So just a really fun kid. And so he teaches as well. So I love this for all of them. But I love this. Oh, look at that plaid. Sorry, my husband just started up the mower. I've got gingham. I've got the alphabet. I could never teach first grade because my handwriting was so bad. Stars and apples. Hold on. And flowers and pencils. And then when it starts to repeat, I'll stop. So this is a collage that I love. So that little desk right there with the turquoise bottom, I have one exactly like that over there, except for my uncle and my aunt found it in an old abandoned school building. They cleaned it up, and then she is a phenomenal artist. And she painted the Anglin girls and a little boy, which was my sister and I, but it was for me. My name is on the back of the seat. And the thing was, I was the dark brown hair girl. My sister was a blonde, and my cousin was a little blonde boy. And so my cousin had the exact same desk. She did the exact same thing for him. So I have that. I cherish it. All my children learned at school. They used it as a school desk. My brother used it. And it's just something very special to me. So anyways, but I love all of this. I love the bikes. Remember those bikes? Oh my gosh, we used to ride those banana seat bikes. And this one has a dog in the basket. So cute. Glasses, scissors, everything. Sorry, he's right outside. So, and I love this. It's kind of just a drawing sketch type page. I love this, the old ledger paper, which, you know, you got a lot of that. And so then we start with these cut aparts. Aren't these cute? And yeah, we just repeat. So, okay, that's that. Now, what took me to this channel, or to this store? Well, I'm going to tell you. This did. I saw this particular paper set, and I was just like, I love that paper. So this is Voyage. It's by Authentique. Again, absolutely gorgeous. I loved it so much. I got two. I know, it's so bad. But I also picked up, the only other thing I think they had was that, and then they had like individual pages. So let me show you why I love this paper so much. So I'm going to try to turn it sideways so you can see. So it's just gorgeous. See the lighthouses? It's just gorgeous. And then you got crabs. And you've got, look at the hexagon. I love it. And then you've got, we start next with the gorgeous weathered wood. And these are like the sandpipers. And more of the weathered wood. And then look, this is like up in the Northeast when we go see all the lighthouses. The sailing ships, looks like to me like a lobster ship. I don't know. Or lobster boat. This kind of looks more like a shrimp boat where I grew up, but here's the anchors. Here's that side of the anchors. Here's a blue and light blue, and then here are the paddles. And I love this. When I first saw it, I thought it was lobster buoys, but it's paddles or oars. And then here's a blue weathered, and look at this. This has like crabs and sea life and shells and all kinds of goodies in there. It's so beautiful. And then here is the ropes, like the sailor's rope. And then here's more of the sea life, the sea plants. And I love the waves. They kind of make you do a little crazy thing, but I love it. And then here's the boats again, and sea ships and sailboats and all of that. Here is the stars in the red and the blue. And then here is the cut aparts, which the back of them are like drawn seaweed. So I'm going to turn it this way so you can see these better. So there are big ships and small ships, but the best of all is friendships. And then let your light shine. And I just love, look at the what do you call that? The cruise line or whatever. How much fun is that? The voice of the sea sings to the soul. And I love that because the whale cries, dance with the waves, move with the sea, dream higher than the sky and deeper than the ocean. And then this little sweet boy again. So the kids playing in the, I mean, that was what I loved that part. My dad didn't like going to the beach as much. And this has the blue with the white oars. And then we have these cut aparts. So it says throw off the bow lines. My dad, let me finish that statement. My dad did not like the sand of the beach. So I don't even remember, but maybe one time he went to the beach with us. But my mom would go every now and then. And by the time I drove, I would go out to the beach quite a bit. Because that was kind of my safe haven. When I was having a rough day, I'd go out there and sit and look at the water. And I'd really do it more in the winter when people weren't around. So it was really nice. So throw off the bow lines. Sail away from the safe harbor. Mark Twain. Let's get lost at sea. Love anchors the soul. Fresh catch. Love that seagull. The sea is calling and I must go. Amen. The lighthouse. Let me see. Am I in the camera? Okay. Lighthouse. Let your dreams set sail. Welcome aboard. Take me to the sea. So when we get cleared, that is the first place I'm going. It's to the ocean. So, all right. Now, this is the cover. So if you look at it, you can cut that off and you have this to work with, or you can cut it apart and use the strips. Look what they did on the inside. It's the exact same thing. And it's cardstock. It's not even like cardboard. So this is totally reusable. I love that. So yay, authentique. More for us to use. Okay, same thing on this one. Oh, before I forget, I did have all of these. These are just the 3x4 pocket cards. I'm not going to go through it. A lot of them repeat. So there's a few things that are different, but it's just fun, and I love these. And there was obviously only one, or I would have gotten two. So, okay, hold on a second. Let me get a sip of tea. Sorry, I've done these videos all afternoon and now I'm redoing them, so I'm a little thirsty. Okay. We're at 20 minutes. Okay, so this is authentique as well. It is flawless and it is gorgeous. So my girls love pink. My daughters love pink. My daughter-in-law, she's not so much a pink fan, but every now and then she'll do it now. And I said, poor you, if you're around us, you end up liking pink. But anyway, so I've got all, isn't this just beautiful? It's mainly pink and black and grays, and it's just a really interesting, you know, kind of a, I don't know, an option. It's just very different. And so I really liked it. I love that. But anyways, it caught my eye, and I just thought, I love the hearts. And I really love the pattern on the back of the hearts. And so then, and of course you have the pink gingham on the back, but look at these cut-aparts. Aren't they gorgeous? I mean, I love this, and I really love that. Absolutely vintagey gorgeous, and it's a girl thing, beautifully broken, perfectly imperfect, and beautiful in my flaws, flawlessly authentic, strength, lace, and a whole lot of grace. I love that. I get by with a little help from my friends. Have no fear of perfection. You'll never reach it. And that is by, I'm looking at this upside down. Oh, Salvador Dali. So very beautiful, and I love this as well. So it is just a beautifully done paper pad. And of course, again, you have the back and the front, and it's the same thing again. So I love that. Now, I've asked many times, you guys don't want to look at paper, do you? And I keep getting all these, yes I do. So I saved this for the end. If you don't want to watch this, you are welcome to stop. I would encourage you, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We'd love to have you be a part of us. If you want to hang to the end, this is gorgeous paper. It's all authentique. So, this is from the Swaddle Collection from the little girl. Remember the little 6x6 of this? I got some of the 12x12s that I really loved. So, this one is Swaddle 5, and up here it says, let me love you a little more before you're not little anymore. And that is on every branding strip of each one of this particular set. So I love this. I love the babies. They're so sweet. And then, of course, you have the beautiful plaid. Not all of these did I get to. Some of them I did, but I definitely didn't do it with all. Okay. There is that gorgeous quilt again, and I love it. This is, again, Swaddle. And, of course, the music. So I love that. And then I've got the same thing, Swaddle, that beautiful wallpaper, and then the yellow. So I know I don't need to flip it, but I'm just doing it to show y'all. It's the same thing. Okay, here's that gorgeous plaid, again from Swaddle. And, here we go. Look at the back, it's the hearts. I loved that one. And then here is that gorgeous welcome baby. And so I'm going to put that up there so you can see it so close. And look, the little bird is bringing her a rattle and all of that. So I love this. Our grandbaby now is starting to hold things. So I love that. And I mean, she's been holding things for a while, but you know. And here is the beautiful flowers and the butterflies. And I love this. This is again Swaddle. And then one more Swaddle. There's the diaper pins. And that gorgeous yellow fleur-de-lis. I think that's beautiful. It's an interesting thing to put in. Here is a gorgeous cut-apart. They must have only had one because I only bought one. And this is again by Swaddle. And look at the stork Graham and the baby and new baby. I just love this. Welcome, sweet baby. Oh, and look at the stork. I love it, the diaper pin. And this is Made with Love. So, I've got that. And then, this is from the Scholastic Collection, which I love. It's vintagey. It reminds me of those readers from when I was a kid. And this one has on its branding strip, it says, education is not the filling of a pail, but the lighting of a fire. And that's from Yeats. And I totally agree with that. My job was never to spoon feed my students or my children. My job was to get them encouraged so they could learn to research everything on their own, because the students I found, even in my own children, that the more they could do independently, the more they could take it further than what a simple textbook would put in front of them. Wow, it was a journey. It was not a destination. And so they could get through the book and then go beyond, and that's always what I encourage. So I love that. Education is not the filling of a pail, but the lighting of a fire. Love it. Again, by Yates. So that is that side. And then look at this side. I love this. I'm going to go back online and see if she has any more of these, because I love this side as well. I love the report card, class schedule, the book, library book card, notes home. And I can't tell you. I mean, I didn't send a lot of notes home, but I did have some of them. The report card, field notes, lesson assignment, and a crossword. Yeah, super cute. Okay, so this is again by Scholastic. I love this. It reminds me of all my children. So my daughter-in-law taught younger kiddos this last year. Our son taught, of all things, he taught a sociology, geography type class. Or not sociology, sorry, social studies, geography type class. And I was a geography specialization. So I love that. Our son-in-law and daughter, they work in the world of chemistry. They teach chemistry. And my daughter was also a dual math major, biochem, in her undergraduate. There's that same desk that I have right over there. And then all these gorgeous cut-aparts down here. It has the same quote on the branding strip, but it is gorgeous. And then the back just has bubbles, and I think that is so cute. Now, I ordered 10 pages. I received all 10, and each one of these, it has 12 cut-aparts, and I love it. It's vintage, it's gorgeous. So I basically have 120 cut-aparts. I'm not sure if I'm not going to do these for our Christmas cards, or if I'm going to do them for the troops, cards for the troops. So, it's now time to start thinking about that. We're going to work early this year. So I have these. I love these. My favorite, of course, are the 2 red trucks, because that's what we had when we first married. We had 2 red trucks. And, yeah, I just love it. I think it's gorgeous. I love Merry Christmas. And I love the 2 little lovebirds together on the door knocker. It's just beautiful. And then the back of this is a real pretty kind of a olive gingham. And I think it's just beautiful. And let's see. Here's what the branding strip says. It says, as long as we know in our hearts what Christmas ought to be, Christmas is. And that's by Eric Sevareid. Sevareid? I hope I said that right. Sevareid? I'm not sure. Sorry. But it's a great quote. Now, back to Voyage. So I got the extra cut-aparts, and this one says, the days pass happily with me wherever my ship sails, and that's Joshua Slocum. So I love it. And then the back of this is, yeah, all the seaweed drawn. I love that. So, and then I also picked up, to go with that other one that I got, this is from Flawless, and there was that Flawless 12 by 12, and so I picked up extra of the cut-aparts, because I love these cut-aparts. And this one says, have no fear of perfection, you'll never reach it, Salvador Dali. There you go. And then the back of that is that pink gingham. And then I also have Hooray. And I picked up this, so more of those absolutely charming character type cut-aparts. And this one says, there are 2 great days in a person's life. The day they were born and the day we discover why. William Barclay. Isn't that a good point? I hadn't thought about that. We're all here for a reason. And then here's that back. We have that in the smaller. I love that. So my daughter-in-law, let me check the time. Okay, I'm about to lose time. My daughter-in-law loves animals. They have our grand puppy, and so I had to get something for puppies. And she also loves cats, but my son and I are just violently allergic to cats. Matter of fact, I ended up with a migraine this week, and that's a long story. But we had over 6 cats, either dumped or they had to have been dumped on our property, and so we have rehomed all of them but one. We still haven't had, my husband catches them and then he takes them and he rehomes them. And we have people that like take them for their barn cats, but if they're feral, we take them to the feral people. So we do not take them to shelters because we don't want them put down. So I love this. I love the newspaper. I love the print here that goes across of the dogs and the cats and all that. I think this is going to be for my daughter-in-law for her birthday. and then in a journal of some sort, and or card or something. Then the stamps, and then the darling paw print in the gingham, and then this one I love. So this is the vintage type. I love this. I love it. And the